There comes a season in almost every person's life when it feels like your presence makes no difference. You walk into a room and nobody notices. You share an idea and nobody listens. You work harder than everyone around you, yet your effort remains invisible. The most painful part isn't failure. The most painful part is feeling unseen. It's hearing people say, "You're wasting your time. This dream is too big for someone like you. Be realistic." Little by little, those voices become louder than your own. One day you wake up, and without realizing it, you've started repeating their words inside your own mind. What if they're right? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'll never become anything? But listen carefully. Life has a strange way of testing people. Before it rewards you, it usually hides you. Before it elevates you, it often isolates you. A mountain is never built in a single day. Neither is a remarkable life. Think about a sculptor standing in front of a rough block of stone. To everyone else, it's just an ordinary rock, worthless, heavy, forgettable. But the sculptor doesn't see a rock. He sees a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. Every strike of the hammer removes something unnecessary. Every cut looks painful. Every crack appears destructive. But none of it is meant to destroy the stone. It's preparing it to become art. Maybe that's exactly what's happening to you. Maybe life isn't breaking you. Maybe life is carving away everything that isn't meant to stay. The comfort, the excuses, the fear, the need for approval. Because the strongest people aren't created during easy days. They are shaped when nobody is cheering for them. There is a truth that most people never understand. The world rarely applauds effort. It applauds results. Nobody asks how many lonely nights you spent learning. Nobody counts how many times you failed behind closed doors. Nobody sees the mornings you woke up exhausted but kept moving anyway. People only notice the finish line. That's why you must stop expecting recognition before the journey is complete. Imagine a lighthouse standing alone in the middle of a violent storm. The waves crash against it, the wind screams around it, darkness surrounds it. Yet the lighthouse never argues with the storm. It doesn't chase ships, it simply keeps shining. And eventually, every lost ship finds its way because of that light. Become that lighthouse. Don't spend your life convincing people you're valuable. Become so consistent that your work speaks long before your words do. Some people will ignore you today. That's okay. Not because you deserve it, but because they cannot recognize a future they have never imagined. Remember this. An eagle spends a long time inside its nest before it ever touches the sky. No one celebrates those quiet days. No one watches the endless practice. Everyone only admires the flight. Success works the same way. People admire what they never witnessed being built. So if your life feels lonely right now, don't mistake loneliness for failure. Sometimes solitude is the workshop where greatness is quietly assembled. There are moments when it feels like nobody believes in you. But belief from others has never been the fuel that changes a life. Self-belief has. History isn't filled with people who had everyone's support. History remembers those who continued walking even when nobody followed them. Don't waste your energy trying to prove your worth to people determined to misunderstand you. That battle has no finish line. Instead, use every doubt as fuel. Use every rejection as discipline. Use every disappointment as another reason to become stronger. Imagine a seed buried beneath the ground. From the surface, it looks like nothing is happening. People walk across the soil every day. They assume it's empty. But underneath, roots are spreading. Life is forming. Growth is happening in complete silence. Your life may look exactly like that right now. Invisible growth is still growth. Silence does not mean stagnation. One day, the tree will break through the surface, and suddenly everyone will call it an overnight success. But you will know the truth. It was never overnight. It was years of invisible preparation. Never confuse public recognition with personal progress. Your greatest victories often happen long before anyone else notices them. One day, the same people who overlooked you will wonder how you changed. The same people who doubted your dreams will ask for your advice. Not because you demanded respect,
but because excellence eventually becomes impossible to ignore. And when that day arrives, stay humble. Never let success erase the memory of struggle. Remember the nights when nobody answered your calls. Remember the mornings when quitting seemed easier than continuing. Remember the version of yourself who kept going without applause. Because gratitude protects success. Pride destroys it. Your mission has never been to defeat other people. Your mission is to become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Every sunrise teaches the same lesson. The sun never announces itself. It doesn't ask the world for permission to shine. It simply rises. And without saying a word, darkness leaves. Be like the sunrise. Let your consistency become your introduction. Let your discipline become your reputation. Let your character become your greatest achievement. There will always be people who underestimate you. That is not your problem. The real danger begins when you start underestimating yourself. Protect your confidence. Guard your mindset. Feed your vision every single day. Because the world cannot stop someone who refuses to stop themselves. When life closes one door after another, don't panic. Sometimes closed doors force you to build your own entrance, and the doors you build yourself are the ones nobody can lock again. Years from now, people may celebrate your victories. They may admire your achievements. They may call you lucky. Smile, because you will remember every unseen sacrifice hidden behind that word. Luck had very little to do with it. It was patience, discipline, courage, persistence, and thousands of ordinary days when you chose progress instead of excuses. Never chase attention, chase mastery. Attention fades, mastery remains. One day, your work will introduce you before you ever speak. Your name will carry weight because your actions carried responsibility. Until then, keep learning, keep improving, keep showing up, even when nobody notices, especially when nobody notices. Because the strongest foundations are built underground, and the tallest buildings stand because of what the world can never see. So if today you feel ignored, don't let that become your identity. Let it become your fuel. If today you feel forgotten, don't become bitter, become better. If today nobody believes in your dream, believe enough for both yourself and the world. Keep moving, keep building, keep growing, one quiet day after another. Because time has a remarkable habit. It eventually introduces disciplined people to the world. And when that moment finally arrives, your greatest victory won't be that everyone knows your name. Your greatest victory will be knowing that you never abandoned yourself when nobody else believed. That is the moment you truly become unstoppable. So stand up, take another step, work while others complain, learn while others hesitate, grow while others sleep, and never forget, the people searching for you tomorrow will never know how lonely your journey felt today. But you will, and that memory will keep you humble, grateful, and hungry for greatness for the rest of your life.